block with the chopstick. No, I'm not Blueface. But niggas know I mop shit. Blah, 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 cause he talking out. Blah, 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 he ain't walking out. Just the other day, another nigga I was marking out. Uzi on demand, we ain't never gotta talk it out. Baby, what you asking, what's your question? I'm dangerous in the field and I love wearing fashion. Tusi get it crockin' if another homie lacking. F&N lay him down or he tracking. Same nigga dissing on the neck, say he ramping. I go on a murder spree like Manson. Chopper hit a nigga arm, leg, now he dancing. Put a nigga on 1,000,000 hits, now he trending.
I don't trust no mark, no hoe, no bop, no op, no bitch, no blop blop. I get in that mode so fast, on his ass for the cop, don't make me hit you with the blop blop way.
If you don't go at 600 and Wack and loose cannon them, I'ma get his tape when you shooting in the parking lot to the feds. Uh-oh! And Hefe, you know the truth. I heard you hint at it, Hefe.
What's the good old big deal with the good old people, man? It's your boy Young Ant Hefe. Don't care about number what the check say. Make sure you go ahead, like and subscribe, because it don't cost you nothing. Press that button, and if you ring that notification bell, I'm gonna bring you mail. What's the good old big deal with the good old people, man? It's Hot Topics with your boy Young Ant Hefe, and I'm here to deliver you another one like the other one. So, y'all know what's been going on out here in this YouTube metaverse, or these YouTube streets that they like to call, right? So, I ain't gonna say viral, but it's been a semi-buzz in the meta space, you know what I'm saying, pertaining to something that was said by Flaco a few days ago. Now, Flaco been dropping a lot of content. You know, Flaco been doing this for a while. You know, Flaco building up that anticipation. Flaco got people, you know what I'm saying, tapping in and checking in and see what's going on. Now, a lot of Flaco recent videos was due to things that was happening in LA. We ain't heard Munchie come out like, hey, look, bro, you doing too much. Stuff like that. You need to stick to something else, you know what I'm saying, do content on Liberia and stuff like that. As well, the main portion of this video, right, and this content is Bricc Baby. So Flaco put out some content the other day, and he just basically left it questionless when it came to Bricc Baby being blackmailed or allegedly blackmailed. So allegedly, well, ain't no allegedly, you know what I'm saying, if the shit is in the paperwork, it's in the paperwork. The feds got it in the paperwork. If the feds got in the paperwork that they indicted Bricc Baby on during the course of their investigation, they say that Bricc Baby supposed to, you know what I'm saying, shot in a parking lot on Slauson somewhere. However, somebody had access to this video, you know what I'm saying, that's supposed to have been a member or supposed to be somebody from the gang or whatever the case may be. And a lot of people want to know who this person is. A lot of people elected to say names themselves. A lot of people enlisted to what been placed out there. And a lot of people and just basically either guessed or gave their opinion based on the blues clues they found in the evidence that was being presented before them. So for me, yeah, once it was being talked about and I'm listening to the situations, it wasn't hard for me to depict it who I thought it was or who they was talking about. Because I don't know if this really happened or whatever the case may be. But obviously, this is something that allegedly happened because Bricc Baby was telling people at No Jumper, Adam22, Poetic Flaco, and whoever else about some of these incidents. And he was worried about going to jail, so I'm pretty sure he can find it in Adam, being that he got business going on with Adam. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, him and Adam, you know what I'm saying, mess with each other hard body, you know what I'm saying, tough. So I'm pretty sure it wasn't really nothing probably for him to confine in Adam what was going on, and knowing that Adam is likely a choice that will, you know, put some money on his books, bail, and stuff like that. So I see Wack 100 trying to get people to drop that name and say that name. Now, let's be clear. I'm not scared to say or drop no name. You know what I'm saying? Don't fear no man. Man, I ain't feared no man since Lonnie. You know what I'm saying? And once I got over the fear of him, you know what I'm saying? I ain't feared no man. So it ain't about me saying the name. It's about if it ain't. It's about if it's true, but also Bricc ain't came forth and said the name. You know what I'm saying? Bricc ain't came forth and said the name, so I don't feel the need to say the name because Bricc ain't said the name. Like, even when I react to stuff, that's how I pretty much react to stuff and speak on stuff. I want to hear from the corporate mouth. Like, I had a situation the other day where I reacted to something that K5 said, you feel me? And I got a phone call, and, you know, bro was just kind of like, man, like, hey, bro, you ain't seen no paperwork on that, and it's coming from somebody that's in a place that we wouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? So with that, I'm like, you absolutely right. You feel me? And I elected to take my content down. You know, I didn't get asked to, but I'm like, that definitely makes sense. So with that, if it ain't coming from the horse's mouth, I really don't want to speak on the situation about what other people saying that been around it, or what he told me this, or what I heard this, because I didn't hear it from that person. But we about to get into this content, and y'all already know it's the Hef Way and the Hef Effect. We gonna commentate.
Say, if you don't go at 600 and Wack and loose cannon them, I'ma get his tape when you shooting in the parking lot to the feds. Uh-oh! And Hefe, you know the truth. I heard you hint at it, NFA. You know the truth. And then Munchie B, oh, weirdo. Oh, because Big U gone, Flaco can speak. Big U don't run our streets. He run the grid program. That's what he run. Now, Flaco, I'm going to send you that paperwork too. Uh-oh, I let the cat out the bag. Flaco, you're doing too much. You from North Dakota. You a square L7. Let me tell you what you're doing too much of, Flaco. And I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to let you know where it's coming from. The anger from the LA streets is coming from. It's coming from, you're doing too much research on what these clowns is telling you. That's all Poetic Flaco is doing. Too much research from what the clowns is telling them. Uh-oh. Let's think about it. Is Flaco on Fig? Is Flaco on Ventral? Is Flaco on Maine? Is Flaco on Manchester? Is Flaco on Century? Is Flaco on Crenshaw? Is Flaco on Slauson? No. Flaco lives next door to the police department by choice. So the question is, shout out Harlem Legend. I got a bone to pick with you, Harlem Legend. Y'all go follow Harlem Legend TV on YouTube channel. That's my partner, great debate partner. The question is, if Flaco ain't on none of these blocks, Flaco ain't in nobody projects, Flaco ain't in nobody's hood, how does Flaco know what he know? I'm gonna tell you how he know what he knows. He don't know it the way I know it. I know it because the streets talk. So they holler at me. I got a few comrades, a few teams here, there, from both sides. You know what I'm saying? Keyway, Damu. You know what I'm saying? A few Sereno partners, you know, some Samoan partners. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, so, you know, they pull up on the Wack. That's different. Flaco ain't letting nobody pull up on him. You pull up on Flaco, you gonna get shot. Actually, he called it 911 before he pop you. This is a fact. And he gonna put his GoPro on his neck right here. Bam. Flock, listen. Not only is Flaco telling, he gonna have the content. He gonna have the content. He gonna have the receipt of when and how much he paid for the GoPro. He gonna have the receipt and his gun permit. Flaco is my kind of guy. You know what? And you know why? Because you know what to expect from Poetic Flaco. Y'all can never call Flaco a snitch. You can't call him a buster. You can't call him none of that. Every now and then, Flaco get caught up in something because he talking to some dudes who's saying some things and he don't really know what they saying, and it's offending somebody else. And cats like, yo, Flaco, what's up with you? And Flaco really, he like, what? What? Hold on. you, you don't know? But let's get back to how Flaco really knows. I'm tired of y'all. I'm tired. Flaco. The only thing Flaco was doing too much of is research and editing. Why? Because you Bloods, you Crips, you Parus, you Hoovers that's putting it on the internet is making it available for Flaco from North Dakota.
All right, so y'all heard what Wack 100 had to say. So, as Wack 100 stated, yeah, I definitely caught on to who it was, but like I said, being that I ain't hear from Bricc, I know we got the paperwork of the investigation, but like me going through Bricc Baby paperwork, I didn't see the feds say during the investigation that somebody was holding a tape over him, you know what I'm saying, that somebody was trying to blackmail him, you know what I'm saying, or bribe him to do something. So it'd be like kind of like foul for me to even come out and place anybody name on that. I don't care, whoever, it'd be foul to place anybody name on that. Definitely if I didn't hear it from Bricc. Now if Bricc saying this person told on him or this person did something to him, then I react to it and say the name, then you know that's kind of different. But Bricc just say that name. So just for me listening to what's being said and me drawing an assumption, I'ma just, you know, keep certain things to myself because I don't know the elements of this situation. Now, when I was at No Jumper the other day, like I said, you know, we was at No Jumper and, you know, this conversation came up live, you know what I'm saying? Y'all hear Wack talking about it, you know what I'm saying? Wack talking about Munchie B chiming in and Munchie B getting on Flaco and stuff like that, right? So during the conversation, you know, much didn't want to be said, like kind of how I was like feeling about just dropping the name. The name was confirmed, you feel me? Like the name was confirmed, you know what I'm saying, from people, you know what I'm saying, saying that, you know, hey, look, I'm not going to pretty much go on record and say this, but yeah, Bricc was in his feelings and did feel some type of way about this situation because he said that somebody that he had loyalty to was trying to play and do him foul. Now, I don't know what's going on, but from what Wack 100 say, Wack 100 tossed y'all an alley hoop. Tossed y'all alley hoop of what and who the name supposed to be. Like, I don't know. I don't know how this gonna work out or what's gonna come of this. I'm pretty sure probably within the next few days, we might even hear Bricc Baby speaking because Bricc Baby and this other guy is still in MDCLA. You know what I'm saying? So I know he gonna be calling up, hey bro, what's this? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? So we gonna see you know, if this tone is quieted or, you know, if the tone stays the same. Now, in furtherance, getting around to Flaco and Los Angeles, Crips, Bloods, the gang business, stuff that's been going on at hand, right? I'm going to say this, right? And I'm starting, like every day, whether it's life or watching content, I'm starting to have a better understanding of a lot of stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just stuff that I view in my life and stuff I go through. And what I'm seeing right here on social media, right? So a lot of people is coin phrasing that social media is the new TV. A lot of people is coin phrasing that social media is the new TV. So a lot of people is tapping in. And you got some people who going to try to go viral, that's going to act crazy, that's going to be controversial for you to try to get their views up. And you got some people who going to stay the same. And you got some people who going to always try to bring you the tea to get those views up. You know what I'm saying? This is what they do. This is how they live. You know what I'm saying? This is a living form. You know what I'm saying? They ain't made this, you know what I'm saying, the hustle. But what I'm coming to understand, right, about like content creators that's supposed to be from the street or from these gangs is that what I've been saying, all these dudes is the exception, and all these dudes think the way that they carry theyself and what they putting down is the way. And you know, I just like differ from all that, you feel me? Like, because you will have somebody come on here and tell you that it's not no right way to do content, or that can't nobody check you in the content space, but dudes that try to check you in the content space or tell you that the way that they running and doing their content is the correct way, and that just be silly to me, you know what I'm saying? So, like with Flaco, right? I'm not gonna get into the police stuff, who will snitch and this and that, right? But what I will say, in furtherance to what Wack was saying, because Wack was like, basically, Flaco is not on Central, Flaco is not on Slauson, Flaco is not on Vermont, Flaco is not on Manchester. Like, he named all the streets that I guess that these unalive has been happening, or you know, the news have been going out and reporting crimes from, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, he had dubbed the honeypot. A lot of people, you know, putting him alongside of Academic and saying what Academic supposed to did in Chicago, and naming people certain names, and furthermore pushing a legend that may have not even been created or stuck. So for anybody that's out there wanting to put their hands on Flaco or do something to Flaco, right? Wack 100, like, Flaco gonna shoot you. Said Flaco gonna shoot you, and then Flaco gonna call the police. Now, that's up to be debated. I don't know if Flaco gonna shoot you, but what I do think, if you do try to get up on Flaco, right, about this gang content of certain things, and Wack said that he lived next to the police station, I think that for sure Flaco will tell the police on your ass. But Flaco's a non-affiliate, so it's like, do I feel some type of way? I feel some type of way with somebody calling the police, for sure. If you call the police, you know, the rifle thing, the first thing in your mind, oh, you a snitch, that's going to come out. But Flaco is a non-affiliate, and that's what expected. And bro, look, if you ain't learned now or don't know now the way that this content work, the space of content and the characters of how people do content, then you can keep on being silly, bro. Because one thing about it, bro, it's gonna keep on coming, bro. And you know, you just gotta be accountable for self. You gotta be accountable for self, you know what I'm saying? The way you push your content, the way you push content and do content, you know what I'm saying, it's up to you, you feel me? But as we all know, with every action, there's a reaction. So, do I think Flaco is wrong for reporting LA gang content? Absolutely not. Definitely when it's being uploaded and it's placed out here for people to see. Like, who is anybody in the world to tell somebody, oh, no, don't speak on this. I don't think you should speak on this. Like, yeah, I've told people not to speak on stuff. My business. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, respect to those people who business it is. If they coming out like, hey, why you speaking on this? I can understand that. But as well, it is up here for it to be spoke on. And if, you know, you ain't gonna holler at them officials in law enforcement, why say something to anybody? You know, somebody on the street, they already know the deal. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, the streets, right? I'm not gonna say it's been a myth. It done been all type of picking and choosing and rats and snitching and all type of stuff going on that people been allowing. So that's what I say. Like, you just got to go about conducting yourself how you've been conducting yourself. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters, as long as you can sleep. And with that being said, man, I'm going to conclude that right there. It's your boy, Young and Hefe. Don't care about number, what the check say. Make sure you go ahead, like and subscribe, because it don't cost you nothing to press that button. And if you ring that notification bell, I'm going to bring you mail.
Why you ain't winning, bitch ass nigga? You know why you ain't winning, nigga? Cause right now, it's a nigga up grinding and working harder than you, nigga. Get your bitch ass up, nigga. You know why you ain't